Hey, 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 Cindy Lou of Live Online Learning with Cindy Lou. We're doing the shortcut how-tos with the pros. And today's pro guest is Jenna Bagley. And she is going to do a general overall tour of AWeber and a short piece about setting up your welcome email in AWeber so that you can get that going. It's one thing to know where everything is. It's another thing to actually get this thing in motion so that you are kind of starting to communicate with your people. So Jenna, start with probably the demo and then into the setting up your welcome email. And if people are coming for just that welcome email, you can jump ahead. But I'm going to encourage you to just watch the whole thing, stay till the end, because I hear there's a little treat for you from Miss Jenna. So I'm going to turn this over to you now, Jenna. Go right ahead. I will share your screen.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you today. And as Cindy Lou mentioned, I'm going to be going over AWeber's control panel, where you navigate all of your messages and your landing pages and all of the wonderful things that AWeber offers. And I'm going to be also giving you a treat at the end. So make sure you stay until the end. And if you aren't familiar with AWeber, we are a market leader in small business email marketing solutions. And we've been around for over 20 years. And in that time, we've helped over 1 million small businesses really connect with their audiences through email. And you can send beautiful emails. You can create landing pages. You can even use our Smart Designer and our drag and drop email builder to create beautiful emails. And don't forget about tracking the performance so you know what's working and what's not working. And today we are going to focus on how to set up your welcome email. So here's what we're going to cover: how to use AWeber. So let's get right to it. And I'm going to show you our dashboard. And when you log into your account, this is what you are going to see. And here on the dashboard page, and we have this top navigation up here, it's going to give you a snapshot of all the things that you can do inside of AWeber. And so it gives you a snapshot of all of your subscribers, added today, added yesterday, unsubscribed today. And it also has a shortcut to the manage subscribers here. If you are using our AWeber for e-commerce solution, you will see your sales here. And I'll get into that in a minute. But this is a great way to track sales that you are bringing in through your landing pages. And if I were to have a scheduled broadcast, you would see it here. I don't have any scheduled at the moment, but a scheduled broadcast is a one-time message that's sent to your entire list or a segment of your list. So think weekly newsletters. That would be a broadcast which is sent at a specific day and time. And any sent broadcasts that I have, you'll see the last two here with some quick stats as well. And the goal is to get at least a 10% open rate. 20% would be ideal. But if you are below 10%, we're going to give you some tips and tricks as to how to improve your open rate if you are showing under 10%. Now, you can have multiple lists on our AWeber Pro. One list on AWeber Free, and you can see all of your lists here. I only have this one list, so that's the only one that's offered. So that's just a little sneak peek at the dashboard page. You can also create a message right from here. And we have numerous options depending on your needs and your wants. Our most popular is going to be the drag and drop email builder. And we also have plain text or HTML if you are skilled in that. Now, we talked about broadcasts, right? And that's a one-time message. And you can see up top here under our messages, we have broadcasts. That's that one-time message. We also have campaigns. Now, I want to go to campaigns for a minute because this is where you are going to set up your welcome email sequence or your welcome series. And it's really important that you have a welcome email, if not series, because that's your opportunity to create that first impression with your list. And that is them being welcomed into your community, right? Email, it's not a list, it should be your community. This is where you're going to set the tone, set expectations, and welcome emails have the highest open rates of all the emails that you will send, because that's when they're most excited to get your emails. So it's crucial that you have a welcome series or a welcome email set up automatically to send whenever someone subscribes to your list. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're in campaigns, and campaigns is our word for automated series or automations or sequences. Okay, so that's what it's called in AWeber, campaigns. So we're going to create a campaign. And we're all about making it easy for you here at AWeber. So we have created several templates of campaigns already set up for you, where all you have to do is literally fill in the blanks with your personal information and your branding. So I'm going to show you how to do this two different ways. The first way is going to be using our welcome series template. So we're going to click on this, and you're going to see that our template is now in our drafts. And we're going to click on here, and it's already built out the framework of our campaign. So what that means is when someone subscribes to our list, right, trigger campaign for new subscribers. So when someone subscribes to our list, they're going to get a message. Thanks for subscribing. It's going to wait 1 day, and then they're going to get a second message. And you can see we've kind of given you some guidance here. Insert title of the content you share in this post. It's going to wait another day, and then it's going to send this third message. Let's chat. This is important. So we already have a 3 email sequence already set up. And all you have to do is go in and personalize the messages. So we're going to click on this. Thanks for subscribing. And I'm on the right-hand side now. I'm going to click on the title or the headline or the subject line. Okay, people know it by different things. And I'm going to click on this. And this is where I can edit my message with my business's information. And so it's going to load into what we call our canvas here. And it's going to give you kind of like the framework of the message. So you should put your logo here, right? And again, in the spirit of making things as simple as possible, we have our drag and drop editor. So I have a logo element right here. And as long as I had this set up previously, if I drag this over, I didn't want to do that. Because it's already there. If I click on this, I'm going to go to either upload an image or image gallery. And any of my images that I've previously saved or uploaded will be under my images. And I'm going to scroll over to find the picture I want to use. I'm just going to double click on it. And let's go back because I don't like how that one looks. Okay. So we're going to double click on it, and I can change up the sizing by literally just dragging this arrow to however big I want that to be. And we've given you some prompt text here. So we've written out a welcome email, and anywhere you see the brackets with bold letters, that's where you're going to put in your information. So it says, welcome, thanks for subscribing to, and then you're going to put the name of your newsletter or my community, my email list. And we've even put in some personalization here. So it's going to say, thanks for subscribing to my email list, Cindy Lou. And again, this is all open for interpretation. You can change this text as you want, but we've given you a template of what you should put in a welcome email. Now, it's really important that you change out this information. I started live online learning because, and then whatever the problem is, you want to make sure that you're not talking about the features of your company, but how it benefits your audience. And this is a really important kind of shortcut here for you. One of the things that you want to include in your welcome email is how to whitelist you. You want to make sure that your emails get to the inbox. And so what we've done is we've given you the directions already hyperlinked in this template of what it means to be whitelisted. And so your subscribers can click on this and it will give them the directions to either add you to their contact list or drag you out of promotions. And the last thing I want to point out here in this first welcome email is it asks a question. It's asking for engagement back. You want people to reply back to your emails, especially the first one, because what that does is it tells the internet service providers like the Gmails, the Outlooks, the Yahoos, that your emails are content that your subscribers want to receive. And so they'll keep sending it to their primary inbox. So this basically says, what questions do you have about your industry? Just reply to this email to let me know. And then it says, thanks again. I'll be in touch tomorrow with a helpful surprise. So we've already set up our sequence. It's going to send 3 messages. And this is giving them a heads up that you're going to pop into their inbox again in a day. And it's very easy to change out any of this information. I can click on this image here. I'm going to go to my image gallery again. And I'm going to, let's see, find a picture here. And again, I can adjust the size and then I can put my name and information in here. I don't know, food blogger. And what you're going to do at the bottom is you're going to hit save and exit. Now, real quick before I exit out of here, this is something that's really important. It has the subject line already here in this top left, but you want to make sure over here on this right-hand side, see where it says message pre-header? This is like having a second subject line. This is great to, entice people to open your message. So this is basically like a second subject line where you can put a call to action or something that kind of piques their curiosity. So in this one, it says, thanks for subscribing in the subject line. In the message pre-header, I might say, I have a question for you. And no matter whether this is the welcome email, a broadcast, or a campaign, definitely take advantage of this message pre-header because it's another opportunity in the inbox for someone to see your content and feel compelled to open your emails. So I'm going to save and exit this.
So, hey, Jenna.
Go ahead.
When you make the graphics smaller, does it also then make it smaller when it sends it? So do you know what I mean? Like if it started as a 400 by 400 and then you shrink it down, does then it send it as a 200 by 200 if you shrunk it down? So that the email servers are not having to download the bigger size?
Yeah, so when I'm dragging that, basically what I'm doing is decreasing the pixels.
Okay, so it does decrease them in the send.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So now we have wait 1 day. So basically in 3 days, this person's going to get 3 emails. You could click on this and change it to 2 days if you wanted. It could be a week. It could be a month. Now for a welcome series, you want the emails to be in a short amount of time because remember, that's when they're going to be the most excited. So I would keep it to 1 or 2 days for specifically a welcome series. But you can change that timing just by clicking on this element here, and then the menu will pop up on the right-hand side. Now you want to make sure you go into all 3 of your messages and change it out. You don't want to send it with this templated text in here. And on the right-hand side, I've clicked on this. On the right-hand side, I'm going to click on the headline. And I'm going to change this message out again. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time to set up all of these emails. But when they're done, no matter who subscribes to your list, all of this is going to be sent automatically to them. So it's going to save you time in the long run. So again, we're going to click on this element. The menu is going to pop up on the right-hand side. I'm going to go to my image gallery, and I'm going to pick my logo again. So something to point out, I'm under stock images right now. We give you thousands of free images to use that are, up for grabs. They're copyright free. So you can use these free, or you could go to my images. And once you upload it once, it will be in here. And there's no limit as to how many images you can store in here. So if you look, Cindy Lou, just to answer your question, you can click maintain aspect ratio, or you can manually change the width and height of the pixels, or I can just drag and drop this. And see when I'm dragging it, it's changing it on the right-hand side.
Awesome.
Okay, and then, so again, you want to read this. You want to change out any of the information that is in bold and brackets. You want to add your picture. But something I want to point out is here at the top, Tara's Healthy Eats, that's my logo. On the right-hand side, it has image link and image alt text. You want to make sure that you fill these 2 out. Image link, so for this, for my logo, it probably makes the most sense to link to my website or my blog. So I'm going to make sure I put the URL in there. And for image alt text, you want to make sure that you put something in here. So it should be a description of what the image is. So I'm just going to put Tara's Healthy Eats. And what that does is it tells someone that doesn't have images enabled that there's pictures in your email. And instead of seeing the picture, they're going to see this text and they're going to know that there's an image. I can also change the alignment, but we just want to keep that centered. And same thing for this. If I put in my image, so I'm going to go back to this one. I want to make sure that I have an image link. So maybe this is a mail to link. So you have it hooked up to your email address. And then you're going to have the image alt text. So maybe it's Tara. And that way they know that you have images in your email. Okay, so once I get this exactly the way I want, I'm going to save and exit. But I want to show you that you can add any of these elements into this email. So maybe I want to include an image or a video. Let's do a video. I can drag and drop this into my email and see where that blue line is. That's where it's going to fall. And I can put the video URL to any YouTube or Vimeo video, and it will populate here and also have the destination URL here, and it's going to pull in the title. Now, I didn't have a video link handy, but this works really awesome. So you'll have to take my word for it. But if I don't want it, I can delete that. I can also put in, let's see, I could put in a button. So say I want them to do something. This is my call to action, right? So I can click on this and maybe I'm saying like, join our Facebook community. Maybe I want to, have them go somewhere else in my email. So I'm just going to add my Facebook. Let's see. And now when they click on this, it's going to take them to whatever URL I put in there. And I can change the color. I can change the alignment. So I'm going to change green because that's the color of the branding here. And I make sure that I want to change out my name and title. Okay. Again, make sure you have your message pre-header. So this could be my top blog posts of all time. And then make sure you have a message header that says, let's see, join the community. Once I get it exactly the way I want it, again, I'm going to hit save and exit. And I'm going to make sure that I do that for my third email as well. And then once I have my sequence exactly the way that I want it, I'm going to hit save and exit. But before I do that, I want to apply a tag at the end. And I could add more messages or more wait times. Maybe I want to have a 5 email sequence. I could do that as well. And I can either, let's do a wait time first. Drag over my wait time, drag over my send message, or you can just double click as well. So maybe I want to have 5 emails. Now I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do the same thing. And then at the end, I'm going to apply a tag that says, in this case, welcomed. And that way I know that once they get through all 5 messages, that they've completed the welcome sequence. Okay. So that is how you're going to set up your welcome email. And I just showed you how to build a campaign with one of our templates, but
So
I do,
simple.
go ahead.
So simple.
It is. And so you see here that I have a draft. Now, because I didn't finish all of the emails, it's going to say image or issues found. But if I were to complete all of them, that would not be there. And I want to make sure that I hit.
So that stays there if you don't change out all the template items?
Well, so I changed out all the templates, but I added 2 messages which don't have any content.
Okay, got you.
So you can see where this is where my errors are. I added 2 messages that are blank, and so it's going to kick off an error. But once I get my sequence exactly the way that I want it and everything's copacetic, I'm going to go to this drop down and I'm going to hit activate campaign.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that unless you have changed all of them.
Exactly. Once it's exactly the way.
I'm not saying that this has ever happened or anything, but I was like, oh, I've got 3 days. I'll change that before the next one goes out.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
And then life got busy, and maybe that next one didn't get changed, and they got maybe.
Yes.
Just saying.
Do not activate your campaigns until they're 100% ready to go. Because what will happen is someone will join your list, and on day 5, they're going to get a blank email. Right? We don't want that. So that's how you do it using a campaign. Now, using a template. So say you have your welcome emails already written. You don't need the templates. You could go to create campaign and create a blank campaign. And so we could, I'm just going to put test here. You could create a blank campaign, and you could have it start when someone is added to your list, which is what we did with the welcome email, right? Anyone that's added, we want to make sure they get the welcome email. Or you could start a campaign when a tag is applied to your subscribers. And so maybe you have 2 different welcome campaigns. And this is just one example of when you would use a tag. Say you have a sign-up form, and you're asking for name, and you're asking for email, and you're also, let's use the food blogger as an example. Maybe there's a drop down that says, which diet are you following? And maybe it's, carnivore, vegan, vegetarian, paleo, keto. So they could choose their dietary preference, and you can apply a tag based on their answer. And so you're only sending information that person cares about. We're not going to send meat recipes to a vegan, right? They're going to get pretty upset. So maybe you have a campaign or a sequence that is based on tag applied. So you would choose this option. So let's say we do that. We're going to start the campaign when keto is applied, okay? And that's gonna be our trigger. So now you can see trigger campaign when the keto tag is applied. And I wanna send a message, and then I wanna wait, and then I'm gonna send another message, and I'm gonna wait, and see, I'm building this from scratch. And I'm gonna send another message, and then I'm gonna add a tag. And so because we're building from scratch, we don't have, this is gonna be a blank email message, right? And so what you wanna do is you either wanna choose a message from your drafts. So you've pre-written the email in your drafts, and you're gonna select it from there. Or you're gonna go to create a message and pick your preference, but the most popular is our drag and drop email. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna open up a blank email, and you're gonna customize it based on what you want your content to be. So as you can see, it's just pulling up a very plain email. You can change out the text. You can add logos. It already has a signature kind of block set up for you. You can add your videos or your buttons, your social, right? So maybe we want people to follow us, and I want that to be center aligned. And I can make them cute little circles. So I can add whatever I want into my email, and I'm basically starting from scratch. And if you don't know what to write, we can help you out with that, and stay tuned till the end. But make sure that when you're adding in your social, you can see on the right hand here, the menu, you want to add in your URLs for all of your social. Maybe I don't have YouTube, I can remove that. Maybe I don't have Twitter. You can also add other links to websites as well. So this is starting from scratch. Once I get this all set, I'm gonna hit save and exit, but this is calling out a problem here. It's missing my subject line. So make sure you type something in, like welcome to my list, keto lovers. Okay, because remember, this specific campaign is gonna be triggered on the word keto. So I'm gonna save and exit, and I'm going to make sure that all of my emails are exactly the way I want, and I'm gonna hit save and exit. And make sure that when I do that, when I'm ready, I'm going to activate the campaign, okay? So that's a little bit about setting up welcome emails and how to use our campaigns. When you do a broadcast, you're gonna build the emails exactly the same way. There's no wait times, because remember, it's an email that's sent once at a specific time, whereas a campaign is set based on that subscriber's journey. So whenever they subscribe, that message, that first message is gonna get automatically kicked to them, where a newsletter is gonna be sent maybe every Thursday at 4 o'clock. And you can see here under a broadcast that we have the same options, drag and drop, plain text, HTML. It's gonna take us to the same exact message builder. And we can see all of our past broadcasts here. Again, we're calling out, you need to improve your open rates. We're all about helping you succeed here. And you can click on here to review your stats. You can review the message so you can see what that email looked like. Okay, so here's an example. And when I click on this, you're gonna see the same drag and drop message editor that we've used in the campaigns. So very, very simple technology that can be super powerful. And the one thing I want to point out while we're here is this is going to bring up a very plain email. But for your broadcast, if you want it to have a little bit more pizzazz, you can click on templates. And we have hundreds of templates depending on what you want to accomplish in your email. So we have our default, we have something for everyone. So One that's pretty popular is our Z pattern. And so I'm going to click on this and hit apply. And this is great for someone who may not be, did I not hit apply? Let's go back to that. For someone who may not be design savvy, like I am not design savvy, this is great because it's a really nice jumping off point. So you're going to click to add your logo. We're going to do that the same exact way as we did in the welcome email. So let's choose our logo again. And I'm just going to click on these things and swap them out for pictures that I have in my image gallery, or I'm going to upload new pictures. I always like this picture. And again, I can resize. And I'm going to change out my text by just highlighting it and typing what I want. There's a call to action button. I can change that color.
You can resize photos, but you can't crop them, right?
So today you can't, but stay tuned very shortly.
Oh, that makes me so happy. You just don't know how happy that makes me.
I don't think you understand how happy you're going to be.
Oh my gosh.
Because I know you and I know things.
Excited.
And you can see with this like really cool Z pattern where we have an image and then text and then text and then an image. And you're just going to swap all this stuff out. Make sure that you add your alt text and your image links and change out your call to action button. But this is a really nice for people that may not be super design savvy. And something I'm going to show you that's really cool is something that's new for us is this right here, this feed element. I'm going to drag this over and I'm going to, let's put it here, okay? And if you have an RSS feed, so let's see, blog.aweber.com/ I think this is it. Okay, cool. So if you have an RSS feed, this is going to change your life, okay? So you can see that it's basically pulling posts out of your RSS feed, so you don't have to do things over again.
You have just made my flipping day. I'm just saying.
And I can pull the last 4 posts. I can do 3. I could do 1. Whatever you want to do, okay? Now, just keep in mind that say I'm writing this email and I save it as a draft and then I send it. It's going to pull in the RSS feed as it is the moment you pulled it in. It's not going to dynamically update. So if you have another post on your blog before you send this, it's not going to send the most recent one without you like going in and refreshing this.
Okay, so it pulls and turns that from dynamic into stat. That's what it is. It pulls it in and makes it a whatever you choose. So if you choose 3, it's going to for sure be those 3.
Yeah, so 12 exceptional newsletters was my most recent blog post, right? So say I create this newsletter and this is my most recent blog post and I save this as a draft and I schedule it for Friday, but I have a blog post that posted Thursday. It's not going to pull in Thursdays. It's only going to pull in, like once I pull this in, it doesn't automatically update if you publish to your RSS. You would have to go in.
I think that's a really good safety feature because you may be talking about a particular article and you don't actually want it to pull in something else.
Right. So it's going to, whatever was the most recent when you pulled this into the draft, that's what it's going to be. But I can change the text color if I want. I can make it as many posts as I want. So, talk about repurposing content. This is it at its best, right?
Oh my goodness. I am girl.
The other cool thing is so the title's required, image, author, date, but I could turn off any of these, or I could also change the order. So maybe I want it to be title, then date, and author to be last. here's the author here. So I can change the order of any of these or turn off by toggling any of these. But, how amazing is this for bloggers and podcasters? If you have a podcast, you can drag in your RSS feed, and guess what? It will play your podcast right within the email. So that is a game changer for sure. And I would be remiss not to show you that.
Clubhousers,
really cool.
If you're doing a blogging thing that does a recap of your rooms, hello.
Yeah. So now you could, kind of do two things at once, right? You don't have to repurpose or copy and paste links into all of your emails. You're just going to drag that RSS feed right into your email, and it's going to automatically pull it off for you. It's going to save you so much time. So make sure that you take advantage of that feature. But I'm going to save and exit because I do want to show you, a little bit of the rest of the AWeber control panel. I showed you messages, the broadcasts, and the campaigns, but I want to show you just very quickly subscriber management. And this is where you can add subscribers either by a CSV file or manually. You can also search for subscribers. So you could do a search based on lots of things. Tags. I could search to see everyone that has a keto tag. I can see who's opening my emails, who's not opening my emails. So we have some shortcuts like added in the last time frame. We have opens and unopens, and then we have custom segments that are available on AWeber Pro. So if I wanted to send an email to everyone with the keto tag, I could do that as well. And then sign up forms. I'm not going to dive deep into this, but if you have a website and you don't have a sign up form, you really do need one on your website so you can capture visitors. And again, just like everything we do here at AWeber, we make it as easy as possible, and we give you templates to create your sign up form. And there's going to be options that you can build, change out your brand to your brand colors, and you can embed this right on your site. You can have it as a hosted URL, super easy. But really, what you should be doing is having your own dedicated landing page with one call to action to make it super simple for your visitors. And here is an example of a landing page. You can see there's one call to action, which is buy the cookbook now. And there's no guessing as to what the visitor of the site should do, right? Which is buy the cookbook. So that's an example of a landing page. And I do want to show you how easy it is to create a landing page. Again, templates. We have tons and tons of templates. But let me just show you one example. Let's see. There's one I had in mind here. We're always adding templates. So there's something for everyone, and it's very easy to change this out. And something that I do want to show you is another relatively new feature, which is also amazing. But you can see here, this is for an ebook offer. And you can change out any of the prompts here. We tell you exactly what you should write: a unique and enticing headline, get them to keep reading. So you just are going to change it out by highlighting it and putting in your own text. You can even change the price here. Make sure that you hook up the buy now button to your URL. And something that you can do with AWeber landing pages now is that you can see that all of these buttons are buy now buttons, and it's directly integrated with Stripe. And so you can collect digital payments for your digital services or products right from your landing page, and they can be automatically added to your AWeber email list. So very seamless. You don't have to have a ton of platforms that you need to manage. And it's very easy to set this up. Now you need to connect to Stripe in order for this to work, or you can put your own button to your own e-commerce site. Maybe you want to direct them to your Amazon URL or Shopify or PayPal. But if you want it to be all integrated, Stripe is the way to go. And if you wanted to add another product here, you would basically just take the e-commerce button and drag it over to wherever you want it to be. And we're going to click on this. And you're going to set up, now it's not letting me do it because I'm not set up with Stripe, but say we have ebook 1, okay? And this is just for this purpose. And then ebook 2. Oops, maybe I could type. Okay. So the reason I did that is because on this buy now, say they bought ebook 1, I can add a tag, ebook 1, and I could kick off an automated campaign that is all about ebook 1. It could deliver ebook 1 to them, so on and so forth, and give them relevant information. Just like if someone bought ebook 2, I can add the tag ebook 2 to them. Now, let's just say this is still the food blogger example. Maybe this is my keto recipe book. And this is my, now I'm just doing this very quickly just to show you guys, but maybe this is my paleo recipe book. And I'm going to change the tag to paleo. And this button to keto. So you see how I can get really targeted with my information based on which recipe book they're buying. And then that way I can, in my emails, send them really specific information that I know they care about. And so I know we spend a lot of time on campaigns, and I'm happy to come back and do landing pages, but I wanted to at least show you that the landing page builder not only has templates, but uses the same drag and drop technology here to make it super simple. And before I end this, I want to just make sure that you know, let's see, hold on one second. So I'm under design right now. But if I go to, so once I get this designed exactly the way I want, I can change colors, I can change the backgrounds, very easy. I can change button colors.
I'm interrupting. This is showing for ebooks, but it could be anything. It could be anything.
Oh, totally.
Photos. It could be t-shirts. It could be anything.
It could be anything. Yes. This was just an example, but yes, you could sell anything. Now it's not collecting physical addresses right now. I believe that's in the works, but if you were selling physical products, you could kick off an automated email asking for their shipping information. It's definitely not ideal, but that's a workaround right now. Right now it's intended for like digital products, but stay tuned on that. But before I end the landing page portion of this, I want to make sure that you know under settings, you can, well, first of all, if you create a landing page, like say you create a template. So Cindy Lou, you could create a template for your clients and you could toggle this on to page sharing, and any of your clients could copy your landing page and import it into their AWeber account. So that's amazing. But for anyone who's just using this to sell products or collect emails, whatever, there's hundreds of reasons to use a landing page. But you could connect it to your custom domain. You could integrate it into your WordPress site, or you could use AWeber's domain. So you could see here, tarashealthy.aweb.page. And then maybe this is, ebook is my page path. So it's going to be tarashealthy.aweb.page/ebook. Okay. That's the URL that they're going to go to. I could set up social sharing. So I'm going to have Tara's favorite recipes. That's going to be the title. And I'm going to have a little description. Okay. And I want to make sure I have an image. So anytime someone share, I don't want that. Hold on one second. I'm going to go to my image gallery and go to my images. So, you know, anytime you share a link on social, that it, go back here. Anytime you share a URL on social, right? You know how it pulls in a picture and the description and the title? That's what this is. So anytime I would share this, that's the image that's going to pop up. Okay. And if you're using Google Analytics or Facebook Pixels, you put the IDs in here for tracking purposes. So you can connect it to your Google Analytics. So I just wanted to mention that before we moved on, because that's a really important part to make sure you have your custom domain set up, your social sharing, and your tracking if applicable. And once I have this exactly the way I want it.
Hold on for a minute. So that might require a deep dive somewhere in the future. So if people want that, if you want me to go into like how do you get those pixels? How do you, what would be the other questions? How to get the pixels, how to, what else did you say? You said like 3 things and I was like, ooh, that's going to be over.
So the land, like custom domains.
Custom domain. So
yep.
How do you get that custom domain? How do you set that up? That might be one video that, so I'm just thinking of short videos that people might want me to do.
How to
custom
domains, tracking, for sure.
Yeah, custom domains and tracking. Yeah.
Okay. So once you have your, no problem. Once you have your landing page exactly the way you want it, you're going to hit save and exit. And just like our campaigns, you have to activate it. Okay. So when I'm done, so here it is, I'm going to hit publish. And what that's going to do, and I'm not going to publish it because it's not pretty, but once I hit publish, you'll see that a URL will pop up. So in this particular example, the sales page, you can see right here, terracehealthy.aweb.page/cookbook. And I can copy this URL by hitting the clipboard, or I could share it by copy Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, where it's going to share it to your social. And something I didn't mention is the preview. You can preview it on mobile, and you can also preview it on desktop to make sure it looks beautiful. Okay, so that's our landing page builder. Again, very simple, using drag and drop editing capabilities. And I'm not going to do a deep dive in this, but we also do offer web push notifications. So that is separate from email subscribers, where you have browser subscribers. This is a really great way to get people back to your blog, get back to your website. And as long as they're in a browser window and you push out a notification, they will get it, and it drives people back to your website. So that's a whole other deep dive, but I wanted to let you know that is available. And if you send an email and you don't check the analytics, did it really even happen? Well, of course it did, but make sure you go to reports and you're looking to see how your emails are performing. And there's several reports and several metrics that you're going to want to look at, including open rates, click-through rates, unsubscribes, and sales from your emails. And so you're going to go to reports and make sure that you go and see what's working and what's not working. And so that is a behind the scenes tour of AWeber and how to put everything that you've learned together, your welcome emails, your campaigns, your broadcasts, and your landing pages. Any questions? Oh.
So many questions, but also so much goodness. Alrighty. Well, yeah. I'll chop that off later. So Jenna and I are here without makeup, although I look like I have makeup because I have Jenna, you got to put a face on your stream.
I have to. I guess I never did
Why
that.
have you not done this yet? You can be like, I mean, this is like Clubhouse, right? Like you got the circle that's got this things going around it?
I know. I need to do that.
You should just do it now while we're live.
I don't even know how to do it.
Oh, girl, the 3 things there. Check, there should be 3 little dots. They're right by your name. Edit avatar.
No, it's not there.
What? You don't have 3 little dots.
Oh, it's down at the bottom.
Okay. Oh, right, because you're in the guest studio. So she's going to do that live. We're going to watch this happen. She's
Okay.
Totally
Hold
add
on.
that. Yeah.
Can
So if you're going on StreamYard with me, you might want to get a photo and put it in there in your avatar.
All right, we're doing it right now.
See, we're going to do this now. That is awesome. So exciting. Yeah. People do not leave my presence without doing something new or learning. Look at that. Boom.
Woo! Boom.
Boom. And then I can even make us like bigger heads. Oh, that doesn't really make our heads bigger. I got to talk to them at StreamYard about that. That should make your like base. I guess not, maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Thank you for being a part of my world here in Shortcut How-Tos. And
oh, but yes, I almost forgot.
Well, you almost forgot, right? You had something.
I have something. Let me go back here, right? Can you see my screen?
Nope. You're gonna have to share again.
Hold on a second.
She's gonna get it for y'all because
I promised you guys something.
Hopefully
you're still watching. Yeah, so I know sometimes the biggest struggle is what to write in your emails, not necessarily how to do it. But for all of you, I have a free guide, what to write in your emails. You can go to beboldyou.aweber.com/what to write. And you can download our free guide. It has 45 plus email copy templates. So you will be an email writing pro in no time. And it also includes a 7-day free email course, or it's a course in your email. So you get 1 email a day. And it's going to help you be a rock star at writing your email. So definitely take advantage of this, beboldyou.aweber.com/what to write. And if you have questions about anything that you learned here tonight, I want to help you. You can also create a free AWeber account today at beboldyou.aweber.com. You feel free to reach out to me at jennab@aweber.com, or you can find me at Jenna_Bagley on Instagram or Jenna Bagley on Clubhouse. So there is your free gift for today.
You be updating that, girl.
Yes.
Add your Clubhouse on here.
I know. I really should. Definitely find me on Clubhouse. That is where I like to play. I spend usually a couple hours every day on there. So come find me. And
you have a regular room there, Q&As. Are you still doing that for AWeber?
So yes, I have a club called Email Marketing Success. And that is my personal club that I do. We talk about lots of different topics surrounding email marketing. We host rooms Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So definitely give that club a follow so you can be notified of when we are talking about email marketing. And if you'd like for me to come co-mod any rooms of yours, I'm happy to do that as well. So definitely hit me up. You can DM me on Instagram, or you can send me an email at jennab@aweber.com.
All righty, y'all. You got all the goods, and y'all know where to find me. I am live online. LOL Live Online Learning is going to be the club on Clubhouse. And then YouTube channel, you're watching it on the YouTube channel if you're talking YouTube. And if not, it is the Live Online Learning Shortcut How-Tos. And with Facebook, there is the Live Online Learning group. So yes, pretty much look up Live Online Learning and my name's Cindy Lou. Anywhere you go and you will find me. So I love helping people learn new things, and I'm so excited and grateful for you coming, Jenna And I am working, folks, on getting somebody from StreamYard to maybe come and do a StreamYard setup so people
Oh, that
can
would be
learn how to
awesome.
do all this fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's the next one I want to do. So I'm working on that now. I'm going to go on Clubhouse right now and try to find somebody.
um, well, good luck. I hope you find someone. I'm sure you will, because Clubhouse is such a great platform to get referrals.
Yes. And if I don't find anybody, next week I will do a Canva tutorial. So because that's where I lie in the pro thing, is graphics and getting that all set up. So
I might need to hit you up on that one for sure. That is my weakness. I would love to create like graphics for my Clubhouse rooms, but I really just don't even know where to start. I just need someone to create a template for me, and that way I can just change it out. That's how much I need help. So,
well, girl, that's something I can do with you. When we can set up a time and get together and set up a template for you, and then you can just
let's
use
do it.
then you can get your colors all. I help you. I get all that set up. I do all that piece. So if anybody needs that service, contact me. So in the meantime, we're getting out of here because it's live and we could ramble forever. So I'm going to end this broadcast now, and I will see you all later. And I will post this back up as actual shorter videos with all the bits and pieces. But for anybody who is watching this live while it is here, available for you, you get the extra bonuses at the end. Alrighty.
Thank you.
Peace to everybody. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.